My Superpowers in My Brown Skin, written by award-winning international best-selling authors Marvis Cox Jr. and Dr. Marvis Cox Sr. This book is dedicated to anyone that feels like being different is wrong. Whether it's your personality, a special superpower, or the color of your skin, racism and discrimination is never okay and doesn't mean you're not good enough. You're perfect, just the way you are. With love, the Cox family. Today was my first day of school. My mommy packed my favorite snack, goldfish crackers, and Daddy gave me a talk. Remember, Dukes, he said, you are powerful, loved, and perfectly made by God. Your superpowers make you shine. The school building was so big. The hallway smelled like pencils and hand sanitizer. There were so many colors, so many kids. My tummy bubbled with excitement. I flapped my hands and did a little happy spin. In class, I introduced myself just like Mommy taught me. I smiled big and said, "Hi, I'm Dukes." But instead of smiling back, a boy named Peter whispered, "Why does he act like that?" Another kid named Jake giggled and said, "He's weird." During reading time, I tried to sit still, but the lights buzzed too loud, and the words on the page danced around. My body needed to move, but I didn't want the kids to stare again. At recess, I saw kids building a tall tower with blocks. I walked over and said, "Can I help?" Peter looked at me funny and said, "Nah, we don't play with your kind." I told my teacher, Mrs. K, what he said. She shrugged and said, "Maybe just play with someone else, sweetie." Then she told me to sit out for a butt because I was getting too loud. But I was just trying to be me. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing "your kind" in my head. Why did my skin make me different? Why did my superpowers bother people? Why didn't the teacher care? The next morning, Mommy walked straight into the principal's office. Daddy came too. They asked for a meeting with my teacher. Mommy said, "Let's talk about what 'your kind' means." My teacher said maybe I was misunderstood, that kids say things, but Daddy said, "No, racism isn't just about grown-ups. Kids learn it somewhere." Mommy added, "Ignoring it doesn't make it go away. That boy tried to erase my son's identity, and you let him." When we got home, Mommy and Daddy sat me down. Mommy said, "Dukes, this world is beautiful but broken. Some people are taught to hate what they don't understand. Your joy, your voice, your brown skin. But that doesn't mean you shrink, it means you stand." That day, my parents made a big decision. "We're going to homeschool you for now," Daddy said. "You'll still learn reading and math, but more importantly, you'll learn the truth." We learned about Martin Luther King Jr., who used peace to fight hate. We learned about Malcolm X, who taught us to love our roots and stand tall against our oppressor. We learned about Thurgood Marshall, who changed laws to make life fairer. And we learned about Harriet Tubman, who led people to freedom even through the darkest nights. We watched Roots, and I asked a million questions. We watched King of Kings and talked about how even Jesus looked like us. My eyes opened wider each day. Black history, Daddy said, is American history, and no law, book ban, or president can erase that. Sometimes we saw things on the news that hurt my heart. People being treated unfairly because of their skin. Books about people like me being taken off shelves. Why are they scared of the truth? I asked. Because truth has power, Mommy said. When you know your history, you know your strength, you can't be controlled. That's why your power scares them, Dukes. But remember, scared people don't get to define you. I may not go to school with a big playground anymore, but I learn in a classroom full of love. My parents see me, they hear me, they teach me who I really am. Am not weird, am not too loud, am not the wrong kind, am a king in training, a world changer in sneakers. And one day I'll use my superpowers to change this world too. My superpowers are not weird, they're woke. The stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Psalms 118:22.